Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on a very familiar topic for most of us. I wanted to quickly come here and talk to you guys about fear. And I wanted to talk to it in a sense where I can personally relate. Coming out of the season that I was currently in, for those of you who may know, you guys may know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, you'll be able to understand what exactly I mean. Fear is, like I posted on my social media, fear can not only be a killer of dreams, but it can really just be a killer of life. It may start off, where you stay in your comfort zone to where you just do not get out of your home at all. You become so afraid of trying new things, speaking to other people, that you sort of isolate yourself. And that can be very unhealthy because before you even notice it, depression has crept in. So fear can transform into these other things, such as doubt, confusion, to just plain out depression. And having that happen to you, me in this case, I never suffered from depression. I wasn't clinically depressed, of what I'm testifying, but I did notice that something about me was off. It was to the point where my sister, she would invite me over to her place, and I would just say, like, why don't you guys come over here? And it's not that I did it intentionally, but now realizing it, I felt safe in my home because of what I was going through. The trust issues and things like that. And so I just became, what's the term that you call it? Like a hermit crab? I just wanted to stay in my home, in my safe zone. And so, it's unhealthy because one day I was just praying and I was asking God, Lord, I feel like something is off. Like, reveal it to me. And right then and there, when it happens very rare. But it happened at that moment where I heard the voice of God, and I heard him say, you let it creep in. And I didn't understand it. And so, my mind, I started like pieces of puzzles, I started putting them together. And then I'm like, Lord, am I depressed? And mind you, for those that don't know, I have a 5-month-old baby boy, my fourth son. So at this point, I'm like, oh, Lord, do I have postpartum? And he says, no, but you're letting depression creep in. Very silently and very quietly, which is pretty much the same thing, but it was very subtle the way that it was creeping in. And so at that point, I'm like, because you can rebuke, but really, that's just saying it. You know what I mean? There's power in saying it, yes, but there's more power when you put it into action. So I started stepping out, going over people's homes and stuff like that, just being out there. Not only for me, but for my kids, because it becomes to a point where your lifestyle, your fear can affect not only you, but the people around you, your family, your husband, your kids, even your friends. And so that's pretty much what I want to talk to you guys about. Don't let fear interrupt your plans, because if you let it interrupt your plans, you let it interrupt the people around you. And it's like my pastor spoke last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, I'm sorry, where it's important when you fellowship to surround yourselves with people who have a mentality where they take risks, where they not only talk the talk, but they walk the walk too. So that's pretty much the message that I want to share with you guys. Fear, once it creeps in, don't silence it, just speaking, but take action to it. I'm homeschooling my kids. I work from home. I'm married. I have 4 boys. For those of you that don't know, my oldest just told the other kids to be quiet. So fear comes in very, very quick, but it can also be evicted very, very quick. But you have to push yourself. You have to give yourself goals. I was never an organized person, but being a homeschooling mom and I guess an entrepreneur, it's taught me having lists and all these things and being organized and having like 20 alarms on my phone. It helps me keep myself on track. I have the God to thank, because he has taught me to program myself to a certain way where I am so busy with everything and him that I don't have time for doubt. I don't have time for fear. If you're just laying around in your home, waking up at 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon and just staying, closed up and isolated in your home, not only will fear come in, depression will come in, poverty, just laziness, filth, clutter, and all that sorts of nasty, disgusting, influences. And the next thing you know, you see and you look around you and you're like, what the heck happened? Take action today. Don't let that fear transform into something else. Chomp the fear now while you still have the chance. What do you do it with? You ask God, Lord, what is it that you want me to do today? How do I conquer today? And here's the answer. You start off your day with God.